my top 20 games of 2021. We'll be going through 20 to 11 as our countdown. If you disagree with any of these or want to comment on them, please do so below. I'd love to interact with you and kind of hear what was your favorite of the year. Now, I'm only including games that I have played. If I haven't played it, I can't include it. So if you're saying, why is such and such on here? It may have been I haven't played it. Put a comment in below. I'll reply whether I have or not and kind of tell you why it didn't make the list. Now, sometimes these are very hard to decide. So I took out anything that was like another Zombicide, took that out. If it was the same game that's already been played, I left it out. If there was a questionable one and I put it in, I'll comment on why. So let's get started, and hopefully you'll enjoy the list. Number 20 is Happy City. Now, I like this game because I can play it with my family. It's a very straightforward, like, little city builder, I guess. You get a little bit of an engine going with just coins, and you want to have people versus how much happiness you're bringing. Very simple game to teach, a very good gateway game, a very good lightweight filler I can bring out with the family and even play it with my kids. So here it sits. Number 19 is Fast and Furious. This is a mass market game. Got this out of Target, and boy, does it feel like Fast and Furious. Now, there have been other Fast and Furious games where it's like you're just racing or street racing or something, but this one you actually like are jumping out of your car onto a semi and jumping onto a tank to try to stop it. It's like the craziest stuff, just like the movie. And if you want a game based on Fast and Furious that really makes you feel like you're playing Fast and Furious, by golly, this is it. It's amazing they were able to accomplish this with such a simple rule set and a mass market game. But you really do feel like you're in a Fast and Furious movie. Now, there are some rules in here that, to make it all work, it's, a little bit more rule heavy than you'd want to see for a mass market game, but it accomplishes exactly what it sets out for, and we just had a blast with it. Number 18 is Cascadia. Now, normally I don't like these like abstract, put little doohickeys in a row to score points, but this one works. It's got beautiful artwork, and it's just a serene experience. I really had a good time with this one. It has a lot of different cards in it, so a lot of different ways to score, and a lot of different ways to keep it fresh for you and add to the replayability of the game. Number 17 is Alien Fate of Nostromo. Now, for some reason, I like this one a lot. I'm kind of getting tired of the pandemic clones. Like, the board does something, and you move around and try to undo what the board just did. But the Alien thing just kind of comes through to me. I had a really good time playing this. I found myself playing it solo a lot, just because I wanted to experience it more and more and go through the different characters. This one actually ended up being quite a hit with me. A little bit more of a solo experience, but it does work as a light cooperative game. Number 16 is Frutticola. Now, I understand a lot of other reviewers haven't been as kind to this game as I have. I didn't buy it on Kickstarter, but I did buy a Kickstarter version in a store. I just like the idea of the jam. Now, it does have some components. I think the components are really nice. They do roll around the table a little bit, but for a young production, I can forgive those kind of things. And I did have a good time making jam, which is not something I thought I would have a good time doing, but I found myself enjoying the economics of it and the Euro-ness of it, and Frutticola was one I actually really, really enjoyed this season. Number 15 is Brick and Mortar. Now, I thought when I got into gaming I would love economic games, and quite frankly, that hasn't been the case. I don't know why. It just doesn't strike my fancy. Now, Brick and Mortar really does, because you're getting in different stores, and in each store would kind of act a little bit differently, how you want to get rid of the stuff, and I don't do very good at this game, to be very honest. I thought I'd be better at it than I am, but it has a charm to it that I've really, really enjoyed. So if you're looking for like a lighter to medium economic experience with a lot of different, you're really going to be tactical in this about what buildings come up is going to dictate your strategy, then Brick and Mortar might be something you'd want to check out. Number 14 is Ruins of Mars. I kind of find out this designer was local, and he had put some of his games in a local game store, and I ended up purchasing it. And boy, did I have a lot of good time with this one. I like the idea of building up Mars. I like the little runes that you're choosing from as you're going through and how you select what your actions are going to be for the turn. This is one that kind of, I think, went under the radar a little bit. The designer has since passed away, so if you want to check out one of his works, highly recommend hunting down a copy of Ruins of Mars. I think you'll experience this one in a positive manner. Number 13 is Descent. Now, this ended up being number 2 in my solo rule list for the year. But as a multiplayer game, I feel like it falls down a little bit more to me. It wasn't as enjoyable. It's something I probably prefer more as a solo experience. Now, I am sure they're going to release more and more stuff for this. But what I've seen and what I've done and what I've been able to experience so far, I've had a pretty good time with it. The app saves your progress, which is very easy to pick up and play. Excellent. Had a great time with this one. Even if you played the second edition and you're wanting a little bit more app integration, which I do enjoy, Descent to third edition definitely will require a long look from you. Number 12 is Ugly Gryphon Inn. It's a little small card game. It's solo only, although you can have a partner help you if you wanted to. But it's all about getting these people in and out of the inn as quickly as possible. And I find myself playing this game quite a bit because it's so light, it's quick, I can put it down on the table, it doesn't take up a lot of time or room or thought. I mean, it's a little bit of thought that goes into it. You got to make sure you keep everything straight about who wants to be where and next to whom. But you can definitely watch a football game while you're playing it, and that appeals to me greatly. Number 11 and last one on this list is a bigger game and a sequel, Glen More II. I think it's called Chronicles. And my buddy came up one weekend and we just gamed all weekend, and it's one of the games that he brought. I had a really good time with it. It has that mechanism like Autocroft, which I think started out with Glen More I, which is you can move further along and take an action you want, but the person behind you can kind of cherry pick as they go, which I really, really enjoyed. As you take those tiles, they go down to your tableau and they'll do things for you. Excellent game. I mean, it's kind of bland looking, kind of got that boring look to it, but it's a very solid game, but one that I think that if you're looking for a game, especially the Kickstarter version that has a lot of stuff in it, you will get a lot of replay out of this. Glen More II is one for you to check out. So that's 11 through 20. Thanks for sticking through it with me. I hope that you agree with some. Maybe there's some games in here you haven't heard of before. Maybe you'd want to check out. But that's my list for 2021, number 11 through number 20. Stick around and we'll go count down the top 10. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and comment below.